What impressed me the most, they never took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm really impressed with tonight is the number 24, I believe. And I think that's 24 minutes for LeBron James. When has he had that less minutes? But you're right, Geeter. I think after the Utah game, the Lakers figured out they needed to get back to the basics. The defense has always been pretty good, even in some of those losses, but they were connected tonight as a team. Steph Curry, I thought they didn't let him get going. The head of the snake, when he can't get going, that means everybody else is kind of, not going to be stymied a little bit. But the defense was outstanding. The way they moved the ball, steals, getting to the free throw line. I mean, it was a really complete game tonight against the Warriors.
Yeah, you always remember your last game against your opponents, and they say, okay, we're not going to have a repeat performance. They came out, they jumped on them early, they jumped on them in the second quarter, they jumped on them in the third quarter. They just jumped all over on this team. When you're playing guys like this, especially a team that can shoot like the Warriors, you got to stay on them. And the way they played Steph tonight was marvelous. They need to keep doing it every time they do play him.
Yeah, make sure they tell Markieff I picked him tonight.
Take your shot. Markieff Morris went for 13 and 8 and was picked by Big Game James Worthy. Right. Also had a season-high assists in 4. He's standing by with Mike Trudell.
All right, Markieff Morris, this one was over early. What did you guys do in that first quarter to set the tone and create that big margin in the scoring column there?
We just played hard. We remember getting up big last time we played them, and those guys coming back late in the game. So we wanted to make our mark early and just keep our foot on the neck throughout the game.
It's a third straight start for you with AD still out, Markieff. What is the area of focus for you when you're in this specific starting lineup next to LeBron, next to Mark in that front court? These last 2 games in Markieff, during that playoff run, right, that's where you guys got the job done. How have you been able to sustain the defense even without AD, who, of course, is so impactful on that end?
Just emphasizing it more. We got a lot of veteran guys that can actually do it, man. This is our first time playing together. We almost halfway through the season. We are halfway through the season, and we just keep trying to get better every day. We emphasize on the little things, and we're just preparing for later on in the season.
One thing that happens when you get a lead that big, you get a chance for all the young guys to get out there, Markieff. Just wondered if anything stood out to you as those guys got that burn in the fourth quarter.
It's more so like we kind of play pickup every day, so it's kind of like that. A lot of these guys, a lot of us play a lot, so a lot of us are in shape. It's just normal, a normal practice day when those guys are in the game.
All right, Markieff, appreciate the time, man.
No doubt.
All right, Markieff Morris, I do want to talk about him because I thought he had a great night. But, James, you brought up something, the number 24. We always equate that to Kobe Bryant. But when it comes to LeBron James, it's the minutes that he played tonight. It's a season low. It's also the 3rd lowest for him in a Laker uniform. On Christmas, when he got hurt a couple seasons ago, he played 21 minutes, but he got hurt. Okay? Last year, he played 15 minutes against the Sacramento Kings, in the bubble, right before the playoffs started. Mm-hmm. So this really, James, if you think about it, was his lowest number. And that's why I think I was so impressed with the way this team played. LeBron needed a night like this. The team needs a night like this. And he was playing off ball. Rob talked about a lot today, too. It was just nice to see.
Yeah, it was nice to see him allow Shooter to handle the ball a little bit, take some rest on him. So I like this. And it came at the right thing. He led by example, and then 24 minutes, he got the rest.
This is one of those games where you, as a coach, you said, come here, LeBron, let me show you something. And, look at your efficiency when you played off ball. Mm-hmm. Look how much energy you had to intercept that pass and go down and use the speed. And these little things, as a coach, says, there can be times where we want you on the ball. There's going to be times where we want you off the ball. Right now is the time we want you off the ball as we cruise into the All-Star break so you can load manage during the game. I know you're not tired. But this is the way to get you some rest within a game.
Defensively, he's been pretty incredible the last 2 games, too, in terms of the steals and the blocks and just that defensive leadership, really taking over that role with Anthony Davis out. I want to show you guys something. I called it a next to flawless first half when you look at what the Lakers were able to do. I mean, they hit 9 threes, plus 29 point differential. It's the 73 points, big game. That's the most in any half this year.
Yeah.
They were 30 rebounds in. That's their season high for the year and a half. They were plus 13 in the rebounding category. 15, James. That means they're sharing the basketball. Just really incredible when you look at that performance right there.
Yeah, that's championship quality basketball. And let's face it, it's almost half season. We don't make excuses because the whole league has gone through this, pretty much what the Lakers have gone through. But fatigue did set in about a week ago or 9 days ago. It was just there without AD and without Shooter. LeBron was just carrying the load. And so I think, we talked about, Pope talking about his legs were a little tired. And so I think they rebooted and kind of rejuvenated, and now they're getting ready to go into the All-Star break on a good note, get a little break, come back. Hopefully AD will be back and they'll be fresh, because right now they're playing the kind of quality basketball that will be conducive to when AD comes back.
Yeah, you find energy where you can. With Schroeder back, he brings a lot of energy from the defensive end to the offensive end, so you've got to appreciate the way he picks guys up in the backcourt and make them work.
It truly is still Big Game James's birthday weekend, because I have another gift for him. LeBron James is speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey LeBron, what was the key defensively, not just tonight, but going back to that Portland game? Has there been something that's worked collectively there on that end?
One thing about it, we do a good job of taking our film sessions and applying it to the game situation. I think tonight in the Portland game was two of those instances where we knew that we didn't play the way we're capable of defensively, and we watched a lot of film. We broke down some things, able to get on the floor as well at a practice facility and walk through some things, go over some things, and I think it's helped us the last two games.
I guess that you could almost think of the same question with AD being out. Have you guys just found finally, I should say finally, right, about 5 games, have you found some sense of rhythm there and guys knowing where they need to be and where they need to step up around you?
I think, yeah. I mean, listen, when you lose a mega piece like AD, it's going to take some time, both offensively and defensively, how we want to play, and and what's going to be our rhythm and how we get into our rhythm. And I think over the last few games we've done a good job of trying to, this is where we're going to have the ball, this is how we're going to be effective, this is what we need to run, and how we're going to benefit from one another. And I also think that guys knowing when they're going to play, they knowing the rotations, things of that nature. So guys are just staying ready. Obviously, you always got to stay ready, but guys know their rotations, and it's worked out a lot for us.
LeBron, you told us that you were going to find a way to figure this thing out, because you always tweak your game to what your team needs. And the eye test for me the last couple of games is you play with more physicality and turning defensive plays into offensive opportunities. Has that been the game plan, or is that just what has presented itself these last couple of games?
It's my job to, like you said, to figure it out, and on both sides of the floor. And I think defensively, I've just been a little bit more active. Trying to be in the right position where that it benefit our team, benefit myself. But I've just been flying around, and it's helped out our team, and everyone's been flying around. They've helped me out as well too. So I'm definitely not okay with losing, and so it's my job to figure it out what's going to be the best for our team, and we've done a good job with that the last 4 games.
LeBron, before the game, I asked you to kind of, huge expert in front of his team, right? He's done it as player, as a coach, a bunch of different times. He said that he thought this might be the hardest circumstance, with no fans, with game stacked on each other, every team trying to curious, when you look at this past month, what does that tell you about how tough this is going to be, and how do you think you guys kind of think through it?
It's been extremely tough. You have to literally self-motivate yourself every single day. And it's very tough because you're playing every other day, if not back-to-backs, and it's not much downtime. So, you have to motivate yourself. And being here in California, like you said, us and SAC and Eclipse and GS, we don't have the luxury of having fans right now. I've been watching a lot of games of late, and there's been 1,500, 2,000, whatever the case may be in the fans, and it just gives you an extra boost. So I'm just waiting, hopefully sooner than later. I would love for us to start having fans here in California, especially here at Staples. It's just adds so much for us, and also to see our fans too. But it's very challenging, and like I said, you just gotta have that self-discipline and that self-motivation to know that you're going out there, and you just have to be able to use your teammates, use yourself, and to get the energy.
18+ years, LeBron, what self-motivates you still?
Because at the end of the day, there's some kids out there that's still watching me. They're watching the way I play the game of basketball. They're reading the narrative of, will I be tired, or am I satisfied, and things of that nature. And I don't want to give them an excuse, no matter the circumstances. You still go out there and you still go out there and play as hard as you can. Give your life to the game, because the game will give it back to you. So I understand I have a responsibility that's beyond myself when I hit the floor.
Okay, last three, Condon.
Hello, LeBron. Obviously, you guys played Portland in the playoffs last year, and Golden State is a team that you know well, and players that you know very well. Defensively, how much has that familiarity that you guys have, and perhaps you personally have with those players, played into the performances you've had?
Well, I mean, our coaching staff has done a great job of putting together a game plan, and we've just tried to execute that. I definitely got a lot of familiarity with, obviously, with GS, and some of the players that they have on the floor, because of the last 10 years, obviously. But also, with Portland and the series that we had with them not too long ago. But, for me, I kind of always try to keep myself, familiar with whoever we're playing by watching film and diving into things that they're going to do, and just to put my team in a position to be successful.
Is it kind of fun when some of your study pays off in those anticipation steals, blocks, things like that, where it's what you study, not what you see right in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it puts you in front of it gives you an opportunity to be ahead of some plays as well. Some of it is read and react, and obviously, but to be able to be in a position where you can be there before the actual action takes place, because you've broke down the film and you watched it helps out a lot.
Bill Moore?
Sound like some crutches, didn't it?
Hey, LeBron, this is going to be a little off topic, but obviously, 17 straight All-Star games for you. Do you, sorry, do that. I'm wondering what you remember about your rookie year when you played in the Rookie Challenge in LA, and what that first All-Star weekend experience was like for you.
It was incredible. First of all, I'm a kid from Akron, Ohio, and I was in Los Angeles for my first All-Star game. And that was an incredible, moment for myself, for my family, to be here. Obviously, I wanted to be in the All-Star game. Still kind of irks me a little bit, but I got over it. It's just being here and being around Melo and D Wade and the rest of the guys, and just being a part of the festivity is something I watched my whole life. I was like, wow, how great it'd be to be a part of All-Star Weekend, and for it to be my rookie year, and for me to be, in the rookie challenge, it was something that I probably will never forget. And I got an opportunity to wear some dope shoes that night too. The Zoom Generation 1 Wheats. That's one of my favorite sneakers of all time. So I was just hyped. So it's a long time ago. It's like the miking drill. It's so long ago. So I'm happy though.
Last question, Rashawn.
Hey, LeBron, Coach Vogel talked, he went all the way back to those overtime games, and now maybe some fatigue set in for you guys during that 4-game skid. How much was a night like tonight needed where, big win and you only have to play 24 minutes?
Well, I mean, you take it for what it is, and we was able to take care of business. So it allowed a lot of our big guys not to play many minutes, and yes, we played a lot of minutes because of so many overtime games we've had this year. But you take advantage when you can. You prepare as if you got to play 48, and you let the game dictate the game. So tonight was not needed. It was half of 48 for myself, and I take it. So